Me 24, working retail and dating sociology. Major name Brooklyn. Yes, her name is actually Brooklyn. Parents were definitely hipsters. Met at coffee shop where she was loudly discussing patriarchy with friends. Thought her passion was attractive until I actually started dating her. Turns out passion was just constant anger at everything male. Men are literal trash anon. The audacity of men is just astronomical. Every single man is emotionally unavailable. Nod along like good boyfriend while dying inside. Few weeks into relationship realize every conversation becomes lecture. Did you know men interrupt women 33% more often? That's crazy, Brooklyn. Men are socialized to dominate conversations. It's just toxic masculinity everywhere. Meanwhile, I can barely get word in edgewise. Start timing her rants with phone stopwatch. Personal record is 47 minutes about manspreading. On public transportation without taking single breath. Men just take up so much space and on, both physically and emotionally. They're just selfish by nature. Yeah, totally Brooklyn. Survival mode activated. Brooklyn has entire friend group of identical feminist clones. Madison, Taylor, and Harper all say exact same things, like they share collective brain cell. Ugh, men are just the worst. Literally all of them. Present company excluded, obviously. They look at me like performing SEAL, expected to clap and agree enthusiastically. Yeah, men definitely suck. Get uncomfortable stares when I don't elaborate. Apparently I'm supposed to join self-flagellation session. Brooklyn starts bringing up my behavior specifically. Anon, you're actually pretty good for a man. You don't mansplain or gaslight me. Most men would never listen to feminist theory. Backhanded compliments becoming daily occurrence. You're not like other guys. Other guys are just trash. But you're different. Gee, thanks for acknowledging my basic humanity. Gold star for not being complete waste of oxygen. Few months in Brooklyn's rants intensify. Discovers new feminist podcasts and YouTube channels. Now she's expert on everything wrong with masculinity. Men are just socialized to be violent. Testosterone is basically poison. Male emotions are just anger and horniness. That's all they're capable of. Look at her dead serious. You're absolutely right, Brooklyn. Men are complete garbage. She lights up thinking she's converted me. See, I knew you'd understand eventually. Men really are the problem. Yes, we are terrible creatures. Utterly worthless and destructive. Something flickers in her expression, like she's starting to hear what I'm actually saying. We men should probably just stay away from women, for everyone's safety, since we're all potential predators. Anon, you don't actually mean that. Why not Brooklyn, you say it every day? That's different. How is it different? Because when I say it, it's social commentary, but when you say it, it's concerning. Interesting double standard. Decide to lean into new strategy. Whenever Brooklyn starts male bashing session, enthusiastically agree with everything. Men are emotionally stunted. Totally Brooklyn. We're basically overgrown children, incapable of genuine intimacy or growth. Men don't even deserve relationships. Exactly, we're just parasites draining women's energy. Women would be happier without us. Watch her face change from agreement to confusion. Okay, Anon, you're being weird now. Weird how I'm just agreeing with you. You're not supposed to actually agree. Why not everything you say makes perfect sense? Men are trash, including me. So obviously you should dump me and find someone better. Which shouldn't be hard since literally anyone is better than men. Brooklyn getting visibly uncomfortable. Probably first time someone took her rhetoric seriously. Escalate the agreement strategy. Brooklyn complains about male privilege. You're right, I have it so easy. Never faced single challenge in my life. Everything handed to me because penis. Retail job practically gift from patriarchy. My manager definitely promotes men over women. That's why I'm assistant shift lead after 3 years, while female coworkers got promoted faster. But obviously that's just internalized misogyny. Brooklyn tries to backtrack. Well, not all men have it easy. Nah, Brooklyn, you were right the first time. We're all privileged trash. Should probably check my privilege more often. Maybe take sensitivity training, or just stop talking entirely, since men's opinions don't matter anyway. Her friends start noticing change in dynamic. Anon seems different lately. Kind of intense. Madison whispers to Brooklyn during the group hangout. Brooklyn defends me but looks concerned. He's just becoming more aware. Aware men are garbage. Exactly, Madison. I'm waking up to my inherent toxicity. Probably should isolate myself to protect women from my masculine energy. Madison exchanges glances with other friends, clearly not expecting male feminist ally routine. Start wearing sunglasses everywhere, even indoors during conversations. Why are you wearing sunglasses? Hiding my male gaze, Brooklyn. Don't want to objectify anyone. Sunglasses create barrier between my toxic masculinity and innocent women. Anon, that's ridiculous. Is it though? You said male gaze was violence, so I'm preventing violence. You should be proud of my growth. Sunglasses become permanent accessory. Wear them to dinner, movies, Brooklyn's apartment, even during intimate moments. Can you please take off the sunglasses? Sorry, Brooklyn might accidentally oppress you. With my privileged eyeballs, better safe than sorry. She's getting frustrated with new personality. You're being ridiculous. Ridiculous how? I'm just taking your advice seriously, implementing everything you taught me about being better man, by acknowledging I'm fundamentally flawed. Breaking point comes during friend group discussion. Harper talking about toxic ex-boyfriend. He was just typical man, selfish and emotionally unavailable. Couldn't communicate to save his life. Men are literally incapable of growth. Jump in immediately. Harper, you're absolutely right. We men are evolutionarily stunted. Our brains are smaller and less developed. Probably shouldn't be allowed to vote or hold positions of authority. Definitely shouldn't reproduce. For sake of future generations. Dead silence around table. Everyone's staring at me like I grew second head. Anon, what the hell? Brooklyn finally snapping. You're being completely psychotic. Psychotic how, Brooklyn? I'm just agreeing with everything you say. You say men are trash. I'm admitting I'm trash. You say masculinity is toxic. I'm acknowledging my toxicity. This is what you wanted, right? Male feminist ally who agrees with everything. Tears starting to form in her eyes. That's not what I wanted. Then what did you want, Brooklyn? Because you've spent months telling me how terrible men are, including me apparently. So I'm just embracing the truth, that I'm worthless garbage, who doesn't deserve love or respect. Thanks for opening my eyes. Brooklyn runs to bathroom crying. Her friends stare at me with mixture of confusion and disgust. What is wrong with you? Madison practically hissing. Wrong with me? I'm just enlightened now, freed from delusions of male worth. Brooklyn helped me realize men don't deserve happiness. So I'm going to stop pursuing it. Starting with this relationship. Get up from table, still wearing sunglasses. Walk to bathroom door. Brooklyn, I'm leaving. This relationship was obviously a mistake. You deserve someone better, which is literally anyone, since all men are trash, including me especially. Thanks for helping me understand. Walk out of restaurant. Brooklyn calls my phone dozens of times. Ignore every call while doing Fortnite dances in parking lot. Orange justice. Floss. Take the L. Feel liberated from months of self-hatred. Few days later, Brooklyn shows up at my apartment, eyes red from crying. We need to talk. About what, Brooklyn? You were right about men being trash. I'm living my truth now. That's not what I meant, and you know it. Isn't it, though? You spent months convincing me I was garbage. Mission accomplished. I was just venting about bad experiences. Venting for 6 months straight. About how terrible my entire gender is. While dating someone from that gender. You were being sarcastic the whole time. Sarcastic about what? About agreeing with me. You don't actually think men are trash. Depends how you define trash, Brooklyn. If trash means flawed humans trying their best, then yeah, we're all trash. Men and women alike. But if trash means inherently worthless, then no, I don't think anyone is trash. Including men. Including me. She stares at me, processing revelation. You've been mocking me, not mocking Brooklyn. Just following your logic to natural conclusion. If men are really that terrible, then why date them? Why waste your time with garbage? Seems masochistic. Brooklyn realizes she painted herself into corner. I don't actually think you're garbage. Could have fooled me. With months of lectures about male toxicity, those were about society, not you specifically. Funny how society somehow includes me. Last I checked, I was male, living in same society and breathing same air, was equally capable of toxicity apparently. Brooklyn breaks down completely. I'm sorry I made you feel like garbage. I was just frustrated with dating and took it out on entire gender, including you. That wasn't fair. First genuine apology in months, but damage already done. Brooklyn, I can't date someone who fundamentally dislikes what I am. I don't dislike men. You literally said men are trash. Repeatedly, for months. While looking directly at me, I was being hyperbolic. Hyperbole for half our relationship. That's not hyperbole, that's worldview. Brooklyn leaves in tears. A few weeks later, hear through mutual friends. She's dating new guy named Chad. Apparently he's different from other men. Not trash like rest of us. Good for her, I guess. Keep wearing sunglasses everywhere. Becomes permanent part of my personality. Coworkers ask why I always wear them. Protecting world from my toxic male gaze. Do Fortnite dance to end conversation. Confuses them enough that they stop asking. Months later, see Brooklyn at grocery store. She's with Chad, who looks exactly like every other guy. Waves awkwardly from produce section. Wave back while doing orange justice. Chad looks horrified. Brooklyn just shakes her head, probably telling him about her crazy ex, who agreed with her too much. Checkout with sunglasses still on. Cashier gives weird look. Hit her with perfect floss dance. Walk out, feeling absolutely free. Learn valuable lesson about relationships. Never date someone who hates your identity, even if they claim your exception. Exceptions prove rules exist, and rules like that are deal breakers. Also, sunglasses make everything cooler, especially Fortnite dances. Highly recommend both. Be me 5'7" on a good day, 5'6" in brutal reality. Working as accountant, making decent money, but cursed with manlet genetics. Decide to try dating apps after friends won't stop bragging about their success. Create profile being completely honest about height. 5'7" because apparently that matters to everyone. Most matches either ghost immediately or make height jokes. Wow, you're shorter than my little brother. Do you shop in the kids section? Dating scene is brutal for short kings. About to delete apps when I match with Sarah. Her profile says she's 5'4", loves hiking and doesn't care about superficial stuff. Looking for genuine connection, not Instagram boyfriend. Promising start. Send opening message about her hiking photos. She responds enthusiastically about trail recommendations. Conversation flows naturally for first time in months. We talk about books, travel plans, career goals, actually engaging discussions instead of one-word responses. Week into chatting, she brings up height topic. Just so you know, I saw you're 5'7". That doesn't bother you. Height is just a number. I care more about personality and connection. Thank God finally someone reasonable. My ex was 6'2" and total jerk. Short guys are usually nicer anyway. Feel like I won lottery. Woman who actually sees past height requirement. Continue talking for another week. Conversations get deeper and more personal. Share stories about family, embarrassing moments, future dreams. She seems genuinely interested in who I am as person, not just using me for entertainment while waiting for taller match. Decide to ask her out for coffee date. Would love to meet in person this weekend. Absolutely yes, I've been hoping you'd ask. How about that cafe downtown Saturday afternoon? Perfect, can't wait to finally meet you. Spend week planning outfit and conversation topics. Get haircut, buy new shirt, practice walking with confident posture, arrive at cafe 15 minutes early to scout good table. Choose corner booth where height difference won't be obvious. Text her that I'm here wearing blue shirt. On my way, see you in 5 minutes. Wait nervously checking my phone every 30 seconds. Hear clicking sound getting louder. Look up to see woman walking toward the cafe. Definitely Sarah from her photos, but something's wrong. She's wearing massive heels, not just heels, 6-inch stilettos, making her easily 5'10", minimum. Watch in slow motion as she towers over everyone. Clicks into cafe scanning for blue shirt. Spots me and waves enthusiastically. Walks over still towering like Amazon warrior. Anon so excited to finally meet you. Stands next to table looking down at me. Have to crane neck to make eye contact. Hey, Sarah, great to meet you too. She sits down still maintaining height advantage. Even sitting, she seems taller due to posture. Sorry if I'm a bit overdressed. Wanted to look nice for our first date. Stare at her shoes in bewilderment. 6-inch stilettos for coffee date. Who wears club shoes to afternoon coffee? Those are some serious heels. Oh, these, yeah, I love wearing heels. Make me feel confident and powerful. Plus, they go with this outfit. Order coffee while processing the situation. Woman who said height doesn't matter, deliberately wore shoes to maximize height difference, making herself significantly taller than me. Conversation continues, but dynamic feels off. She keeps mentioning how cute it is that I'm sitting. You look so comfortable in that chair. Should we walk around after coffee? Fresh air might be nice. Realize she wants to parade height difference publicly. Sure, walking sounds good. We finish drinks and head outside. Immediately regret agreeing to walk. She towers over me like bodyguard. People staring as we walk down street. Feel like child being escorted by adult. Isn't this nice, getting some exercise? Definitely nice weather for walking. Trying to maintain dignity while feeling emasculated. She suggests we sit on the park bench. My feet are killing me in these heels. Why did you wear them if they hurt? Because they make me feel tall and elegant. But you said height doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. But clearly it matters enough to wear 6-inch heels. That's different. How is it different? These just make me feel confident. Confident about what exactly? About myself. Nothing to do with height. Cognitive dissonance reaching critical levels. Sarah, you're literally wearing shoes designed to add height. On a date with someone you know is shorter. After telling me height doesn't matter. You're reading too much into shoe choice. I always wear heels on dates. Always meaning with every guy. Well, no, with shorter guys I usually wear flats. But today you chose heels. Because I forgot how short you were. There it is. The truth finally emerges. Forgot how short I was. After a week of conversations where you saw my height and reassured me it didn't matter. Now you're saying you forgot, man. Maybe I should take them off. Bit late for that, Sarah. Damage is already done. What damage? We're just talking. The damage of proving you lied about height not mattering. I didn't lie. Then explain the heels. They're just shoes and on. 6-inch stilettos are not just shoes. They're a statement. What statement exactly? That despite your words, height absolutely matters to you. She gets defensive. You're being ridiculous. Lots of women wear heels on dates. Not women dating shorter men who claim height doesn't matter. Unless they're testing something. Testing what? Whether I'm secure enough to handle being shorter? Or maybe you wanted to see how awkward it would be. That's paranoid thinking. Is it though? Because this feels like elaborate test. To see if short guy can handle tall woman. Spoiler alert, it's uncomfortable for everyone. Conversation gets more heated. Maybe you're just insecure about your height. Of course I'm insecure. Society constantly tells short men they're inadequate. And women like you say height doesn't matter. Then show up proving it does. Through deliberate shoe choices. You're overthinking footwear. Am I though? Or are you underthinking the message you're sending? Decide to conduct experiment. Let's go shoe shopping. What why? Want to buy you some nice flats. See how you feel about height difference then. That's weird and on. Weird like wearing heels on date with short guy. After saying height doesn't matter. Fine, let's go. Walk to nearby shoe store. Find section with flat shoes and sneakers. Pick any pair you like. These are all so boring. Boring meaning what? They don't make me feel attractive. But heels that tower over your date do. That's not what I meant. Then what did you mean? Heels make me feel feminine and pretty. And flats make you feel what? Short. Nuclear bomb dropped. Short like me. That's not what I said. You literally just said flats make you feel short, and that's bad because nobody wants to feel short. Including you apparently. Despite telling me height doesn't matter. She tries on pair of flats. Immediately looks uncomfortable. Keeps checking mirror with disappointed expression. These make me look stumpy. Stumpy like short people. A non-stop putting words in my mouth. I'm not putting anything anywhere. You're saying it yourself. Short is bad unless you're telling short guy otherwise. Leave shoe store without buying anything. Walk back toward parking area. She's noticeably less confident in flats. Posture changes, energy shifts. Clearly uncomfortable being closer to my height. This was educational. What was educational? Seeing how you act when you're not towering. I don't tower. You were literally 6 inches taller earlier. That's towering by definition. Fine, maybe the heels were bad choice. Maybe meaning definitely. You proved height matters to you, while claiming it doesn't. Mixed messages are confusing. Reach our cars in awkward silence. So this was fun. Fun is one way to describe it. Want to plan second date. Probably not Sarah. This whole experience was too weird, Weird how? The contradiction between words and actions. You say height doesn't matter, then demonstrate it clearly does. Through shoe choices and body language. Maybe you should date taller guys, since that's obviously your preference. Height really doesn't matter to me. Sarah, please stop. Your actions today proved otherwise. 6-inch heels don't lie, even when words do. Drive home feeling deflated. Another dating experience ruined by height dynamics. Text friend about disaster date. She wore 6-inch heels, bro. After saying height doesn't matter. Women are confusing. Not confusing, just dishonest. About their actual preferences. A few days later, the Sarah texts. Been thinking about our date. Maybe we got off on wrong foot. Wrong foot and 6-inch heel. Want to try again? I'll wear flats this time. Sarah, the problem isn't the shoes. Problem is saying one thing, then doing another. Height clearly matters to you, and that's okay. Just be honest about it. Don't string along short guys. With false hope, never respond to her messages. Back to dating apps with renewed cynicism. Update profile to be more realistic. 5'7", and tired of pretending that's okay with everyone. If height matters to you, swipe left. Save us both the awkward coffee date. Get fewer matches but more honest conversations. Women who actually don't care about height. And versus women who think they should care less. Difference is important. Eventually meet someone who wears sneakers on first date and every date after. Height difference never becomes topic because it genuinely doesn't matter to her. Actions match words consistently. Sitting here thinking about Sarah's heels, wondering how many other guys she's tested, with elaborate footwear psychology, moral unclear but lesson learned. Watch what people do, not just what they say, especially about height requirements. 6-inch stilettos speak louder than words.